All right, a lot of factors can go into deciding where to retire. Locations like the beach or maybe the mountains, favorite sports like golf or skiing, or being near your kids and your grandkids can all influence your decision. For more objective elements to consider, Bankrate took a look at a number of metrics, including the cost of living and public health. And Bankrate found the best state to retire is, drumroll please, Iowa. Iowa is the sixth cheapest place to live in the country. The median home price is just over $239,000, according to Redfin, and it is the 23rd in the nation when it comes to property taxes. Plus, there are no taxes on your Social Security benefits. Alex Gailey is a senior data reporter at Bankrate and joins us now live. Alex, thank you so much for your time today. Let's go through this list and start with the major categories that you were considering when you were ranking these states.
Thanks so much for having me here today. So, in this study, we factored in affordability, we factored in the quality and cost of healthcare, we looked at overall well being and crime and weather across all 50 states to determine the best and worst states for retirees.
All right, so let's go through the list. What are the states that are in the top five, and why did you rank them this way?
So, if you look at the top five and the bottom five, you see that they're split geographically. So, the top five are mainly states in the South and the Midwest. So, we have Iowa, Delaware, West Virginia, Missouri, and Mississippi. And then states at the bottom of the list are primarily in the West and in the North. So, you have Alaska, New York, California, just to name a few.
It's funny because I think you had mentioned Iowa, Delaware, Mississippi, and we typically think of warm weather locations like maybe Florida when we think of places that people want to retire. Are things kind of shifting? Are people not really considering warm climates anymore? Have things changed?
Things haven't necessarily changed. Sentiments aren't necessarily drifting away from warmer states like Florida or Arizona. But what our study does do is question the traditional narrative of where you should retire in the US because the cost of living has risen in so many of these popular retirement states. We see that the housing prices and increased costs of living in Florida can really put a strain on retirement income. And so while these are more expensive places to live, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily bad places to retire. If you're in a comfortable place for retirement savings, Florida can still be a great option. It's number 8 on our list and it ranks number 2 for overall well-being. So it does still offer that quality of life that retirees are looking for, just at a higher cost.
Yeah, I was reading an article this weekend that said that Gen X is going to be the first generation to retire without a pension. So I think a lot of things are going to change with this aging population. And I know that cost of living obviously is a factor here, but what other factors should seniors consider when looking for a place to retire?
Well, affordability isn't the whole story. Where you live during retirement affects your financial situation, of course, but it also affects your quality of life. That's really important to consider here. One of the most common reasons older Americans move is actually to be closer to loved ones. So, proximity to loved ones and friends and having a community is so important when thinking about where to retire. Also, other livability factors such as weather, crime, access to healthcare, whether you can find a job should your financial situation change. These are all really important factors to consider, as well as the cost of living in
And
these
we know that
states.
Iowa, like you were saying, is at the top of the list. I want to go ahead and take a look at the entire list and maybe some of the states that actually made the bottom of the list, which you're saying are Massachusetts, Washington, California, New York, and then Alaska. Okay, wow. Okay, so why are they at the bottom of that list? What happened there?
So we see these states at the bottom primarily because they're really expensive places to live. We saw them drag down because of their high cost of living, both the housing costs, but also healthcare costs. And you also see that that is playing a big role in retirees' budgets. As you get older, healthcare costs that can really affect you. And so you see that these states are dragged down because it's ultimately just more expensive to live in them. Your retirement income isn't going to go as far in these states, especially when you're on a fixed income. You really want to stretch those savings as much as possible, and you're going to be able to do that in more affordable states that you see at the top of the list.
Yeah, whether you are a senior or not, California and New York are two very, very pricey states to live in. Alex Gailey with Bankrate. Alex, thank you so much for your time today. Always appreciate it.
Thank you.